Hi guys, welcome again. Now this is our second lesson, and just to recap, in the first lesson, of which I encourage you to check back on if you haven't done so, I talked about formation of the major scale. We got into the details about the half steps, the whole steps, and how the major scale is formed. And we emphasized how important or how critical it is for us to understand the formation or the structure of a major scale. And we went through all the 12 major scales. But just to recap, to bring us up to date, because in this lesson, I'm going to talk about formation of some chords. And now you have to realize that when you're playing a song, we are playing blocks of notes. So these blocks of notes are what we call chords. And for you to understand how these chords are formed, you have to be familiar with your scales, and specifically the major scales. And so just to recap a little bit, we say that a major scale, I'll illustrate using a C major scale. A major scale has 12 notes, okay? So, 8 notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So that's a C major scale. And remember, we say that a major scale has 2 half steps between the 3rd and the 4th, and between the 7th and the 8th. The rest of the intervals are whole steps. And so now when we're looking at formation of chords, chords basically come from the major scale. That is the mother of all the chords. And so I'm going to talk about the 2 main categories of chords. The first main category of chords are what we call the triads, and the second category are what we call extended chords. And just to remind you that you can go back to our notes, talking in more detail or in greater detail about the differences between the extended chords and the triads. But basically, a triad is a 3-note chord. That means a chord that has 3 notes. What do I mean? When I play 3 notes, I'm playing a triad. And an extended chord is a chord that has more than 3 notes. So for example, if I play 4 notes or 5 notes, I'm playing an extended chord. That means the extra notes are an extension of the triad. Okay? So now let's first focus on the triads. In this lesson, we'll focus on the triads, and then we'll get further into the extended chords in other lessons. So the first type of triad I want us to look at today is the major chord. So taking you back to the C major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. To form the C major chord, what we do is we play the C, the E, and the G. Now, what is the theory behind the major chord? We play the root or the first note of the scale. In this case, it's C. Then we play the 3rd, and in this case, it's an E, and we play the 5th. In this case, it's a G. So the notes of the scale are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so the major chord will have the notes 1, 3, and 5. So that's a C major chord. Let's look at the next major chord. So we'll go through all the 12 major chords. So the next chord after C is, of course, C sharp. So let's look at the C sharp major scale. First, C sharp, D sharp, F, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, C, and C sharp. Now, the first note is a C sharp, okay? The 3rd note is F. The 5th note is G sharp. So the C sharp major chord will be C sharp, F, and G sharp, 1, 3, and 5. Next is the D major chord. So first of all, get the D major scale, which will give you the numbers from 1 to 8, and then we'll get 1, 3, and 5 to give us our D major chord. So D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D. So what is number 1? D. Number 3? F sharp. Number 5? A. Right? So that's our D major chord, D, F sharp, and A. Next major chord is our D sharp major chord, also called the E flat major chord, because D sharp is also an E flat. So let's first look for the D sharp major scale, which will give us 1 to 8. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. So what is our number 1? D sharp. Our number 3, G. Our number 5, A sharp. So our D sharp major chord will have those 3 notes, D sharp, G, and A sharp. Then what's our next chord? Is an E major chord. So to get the E major chord, first we get the E major scale. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E. 1 is E, 3 is G sharp, 5 is B. So that's our E major chord. Then what's our next major chord? F. So first the F major scale. F, A, B. Okay, F, G, A sharp, C, D, E, F. So number 1 is F, number 3 is A, and number 5 on that scale is C. So we have our F major chord as F, A, and C. Next, F sharp major chord. F sharp also known as G flat. Okay. So our F sharp major scale first. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, F, and F sharp. Remember the fingering from our first lesson? You can use also the fingering patterns in the guidebook. So our number 1 is F sharp, our number 3 is A sharp, and our number 5 is C sharp. That's our F sharp major chord. Next we have the G major chord. So we have the G major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. And the G major chord will be 1 is G, 3 is B, then D. Okay, next, G sharp. That's our scale, G sharp major scale. And the G sharp major chord will be 1, 3, and 5. G sharp, C, and D sharp. Next we have our A major chord from the A major scale. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. Number 1 is A. Number 3 is C sharp. Number 5 is E. A major chord. Next, A sharp major chord, also a B flat major chord from the A sharp major scale. So 1 is A sharp, 3 is D, 5 is F. So that's the A sharp or the B flat major chord. Then lastly on the B, from the B major scale, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and B. Number 1 is B, 3 is D sharp, 5 is F sharp. So B major chord is B, D sharp, and F sharp. Okay, so basically to recap, the major chord is formed by first getting the major scale and then play the first or the root, then the third and the fifth notes of that scale to give you the major chord. Now, the next kind of triad or chord that I want us to look at is the minor chord. Now, the minor chord is a slight adjustment from the major chord. Why? Because to get a minor chord from the major chord, you just adjust the third. Remember, we have the first or the root, then we have the third and the fifth. So we adjust the third by flattening it. Flattening it means lowering it by a half step. Okay? Sharpening a note is raising it by a half step. Flattening a note is lowering it by a half step. So if I flatten E, I'll get E flat. If I sharpen E, I'll get an F. So that is a C major chord, C, E, and G. To get a C minor, we just flatten the third, which is the E to E flat. So C minor will be C, E flat, and G. Okay? So that's the theory behind it. A minor chord has the flat 3. So that's a major, flatten the third to get a minor. Same thing here. C sharp major chord is C sharp, F, and G sharp. To get a C sharp minor chord, flatten the F, so you bring it down to E. That's C sharp minor, C sharp, E, and G sharp. Next chord, that's a D major chord. To get a D minor, we flatten that F sharp, which is the third, bring it down to an F. So we have the D minor as D, F, and A. Next, we have the D sharp major, D sharp, G, and A sharp. To get the D sharp minor, we flatten the G, bring it down to a G flat or an F sharp. So we have our D sharp minor as D sharp, F sharp, and A sharp. Next, we have E major. To get E minor, we flatten the third, which is G sharp, bring it down to G. So we have E, G, and B as E minor. Then next we have F major. To get the F minor, flatten the A down to a G sharp or the F flat. So that's F minor, F, G sharp, and C. F major, F minor. Next we have F sharp major. So that is F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp. To get the F sharp minor, you flatten the third, flatten the A sharp, goes down to A. Now you have F sharp, A, and C sharp, F sharp minor. Next chord we have the G major. To get the G minor, flatten the third, which is B, bring it down to B flat or A sharp. So you have G, B flat, and D, G minor. Next we have our G sharp minor. So that is the G sharp major, G sharp, C, and D sharp. To get the G sharp minor, we flatten the C, bring it down to a B. So you have G sharp, B, and D sharp. That's our G sharp minor. The next we have, that's A major, A, C sharp, and E. To get A minor, flatten the C sharp, bring it down to C. A, C, and E. A minor. Then next we have A sharp major. To get A sharp minor, flatten the D, bring it down to D flat or C sharp. So A sharp minor will be that. A sharp, C sharp, and F. Then the last one we have our B major. Our B major, to get our B minor, flatten the D sharp to D. B minor is B, D, and F sharp. So basically, to recap, to get the minor chord, first get the major chord, then flatten the third. Okay, our next chord is a diminished chord. A diminished chord. Now, a diminished chord right now is going to be now an adjustment on the minor chord. Okay, so I want you to think of these chords in terms of a hierarchy. Okay, a ladder. So first we have the major chord, then the minor chord, and then now we have the diminished chord. So now let's get into the theory behind it. So we said the major chord, using the C major chord as an example. The major chord has the first, the third, and the fifth. The minor chord has the first, the flattened third, and the fifth. Now a diminished chord will have the first, the flattened third, and then this time